Hi, my name is David. Today I'm going to talk to you about ways to improve your computer's performance. Now, the computer and other forms of digital technology have taken a dominant place in our culture today. According to the National Center of Bioinformation Technology, 88.9% of all households in America own computers. Now, I'm willing to bet that a majority of those households have experienced some form of degradation in the performance of their computer. This could span from many different reasons. Maybe their hard drives are too full and slowing down their computer's performance. Maybe their computers are full of spyware through erratic internet surfing. Or maybe the computer owner doesn't know enough about their computer to control how many programs are running on their computer. Eventually, the owner gets aggravated, they don't want to spend the money on a technician, so they just throw their computer aside and they just go out and spend even more money to buy a brand new computer. Well, I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to give you a number of tips that you can use to improve your computer's performance. First, I'll talk to you about ways that you can control how many programs you're running on your computer, and that will improve your computer's performance. Also, I'll talk to you about ways you can clean up the space on your hard drive using programs built into your computer that are specifically designed to improve your computer's performance. Lastly, I'll talk to you about spyware, how it affects your computer, and a program called Spybot that you can use to specifically target and destroy spyware on your computer. At the end of this presentation, I know that these methods will play a direct role in preventing you from having to scrap your computer.
First, let's talk about system configuration. Through this process, I'm going to show you how to control how many programs are running when you first start up your computer, which in the end will save your computer memory and allow your computer to perform better. From your home screen, select the Start menu. In your search block, type in Run. It should be the first program that comes up. Click on that. In your text block, type in msconfig, hit OK. It should bring up your system configuration window. In your General tab, there should be three options. You want the Selective Startup option selected. You go to your Startup tab, and it should give you a list of every program that will start up whenever you boot your computer up. Now, the more programs that you have selected, the slower your computer is going to start up. It's actually going to use more computer memory and make your computer run slower because of that. So it's a good idea to go through each program and select only the programs that you know are essential and that you'll need. For example, I don't have my Yahoo Messenger program selected or my iTunes. I'll just open those while my computer is running, so I can actually save computer memory if I want to use them at all. But just for an example, let's say I want my iTunes to open up whenever my computer starts up. I'll just hit Apply, go to OK, and it'll actually bring up a message telling me that these changes are not going to happen until I restart my computer. As you can see, my Spybot just popped up and telling my computer and me that there was a change that was made. So I'm just going to allow the change, and then you just hit restart, and from there your computer will adjust to the changes that you've made. Next, let's talk about Disk Cleanup and Disk Defragmenter. Disk Cleanup is a program you can use to detect any unnecessary programs or software currently stored on your hard drive. It will then get rid of those programs in order to free up space on your computer. Disk Defragmenter is a program you can run to organize all of the memory currently stored on your hard drive. That'll make it work more efficiently. Using these two programs regularly is a surefire way to improve your computer's performance. From your home screen, select your Start menu. In your search block, type in Disk, and you'll see the first two programs that we're going to discuss. Let's start with Disk Cleanup. So it'll ask you which drive you want to clean up. Just hit OK after you select your drive. It'll calculate what the stuff that it can delete on there is. From there, you can select what you want to delete out of the files that it's selected. Hit OK. It'll ask you if you want to delete these files. Just hit Delete Files, and it'll go through the motions of getting rid of the files, just like that. Let's go to our Start menu again, type in Disk. From there we'll pick Disk Defragmenter. Now, if you're using Windows 7 or Windows Vista, it'll actually let you schedule whenever it wants your hard drives defragmented. If you're using anything lower than that, like Windows XP, you're going to have to do it on your own. But Windows 7 and Windows Vista has that nifty trick. But pretty much from there on, you just select which drive you want to defragment, and you just click on defragment disk, and from there on it'll start defragmenting. If you want to stop it early, you just hit stop operation and it'll stop. And that's pretty much disk cleanup and disk defragmenting. Finally, let's talk about spyware. Now, according to ehow.com, spyware is a type of malicious software that collects information from a computer without the owner's knowledge or consent and makes it available to unauthorized parties. Spyware has the ability to steal a computer's resources, such as memory and processing power, and even the most dangerous forms of spyware can collect someone's personal information, such as passwords, addresses, and even credit cards. Now, spyware has a tendency to cling to our computer's memory through erratic internet surfing, such as unsecure websites with pop-up advertising and the sort. But there is a way to combat spyware using a program called Spybot. Here's how to use it. Okay, this is what Spybot looks like once it's launched up. So from there you just hit check for problems, and Spybot is going to immediately start looking for all the spyware located on your computer. As you see down here at the bottom left, there's a progress bar. Now this check's going to take up to 10 to 15 minutes, so you can probably go and do something else while you're waiting for the Spybot to do its thing. So, after Spybot gets done, it'll give you a list of all of your problems. You can use the scroll bar here on the right to go down and up. As you can see, you got about 6 problems. Make sure they're all selected. Once you do that, hit Fix Selected Problems and hit Yes, and then from there, bam, all the problems are fixed. And that's how easy it is to use Spybot.
Now I'm sure you're all wondering, how do I get this program called Spybot? Well, I'll be happy to inform you that it's completely free for your own personal use. Just go to this website and download it from there. Now that's all I have for you today. Just to recap, we went over system configuration, where we control how many programs are running whenever we start up our computer. We went over disk cleanup and disk defragment, programs you could use to clean up the space on your hard drive and to make it work more efficiently. And then we went over spyware, the dangers it has towards your computer, and then the program called Spybot that is used to get rid of all the spyware on your computer. Hope you enjoyed my presentation and learned something from it. Who knows? Maybe you can use the information you learned today and use it to ease some of the stress and perhaps even save some money whenever you think about buying a new computer.